We built an app because the internet is broken. When we first went online, communication went through a revolution. Information was suddenly easy for anyone to access, even Grandpa. You might have thought to yourself, if everyone knows what the problems are, we can work together to fix everything. And to be honest, this did happen a lot. In the last 2 decades, activism around renewable energy, inclusion, recycling, pollution, animals, it all went mainstream. Something else was brewing. Suddenly, there was activism driven by misinformation. We had anti-vaxxers, Holocaust deniers, climate change deniers, and the list goes on. How did we get to a place where we put men on the moon, yet there's also a flat earth movement? It's time to take a deeper look at social media. In an ideal world, we would inspect every comment we read and share. We would search the topic on the internet. We would read the various arguments. We would inspect the data and research. Ain't nobody got time for that. Most of the people you interact with are busy. What's this? Climate change is a Chinese hoax. Boom! Shared. Take that, China. Many read a few headlines and react without ever checking to see if it's true, sharing posts from a long chain of people who also reacted after a few seconds of believing what they saw. When you hear the same thing from another person or two, especially if that source is trusted, suddenly it's true. Keep in mind, your post is also stuck inside the bubble of your personal contacts. Even if some friends try to get the facts straight, that little post has already escaped and cloned itself 1,000 times. And as it grows unchecked, it begins to fuel emotion, which is more often than not, fear or hate. And can you guess what happens next? Some act on those emotions. Because action takes 3 things: education, emotion, and engagement. Without education, people would never know there's a problem. And without emotion, people would never care enough to engage. And without engagement, well, we would be stuck at thoughts and prayers. What happens when the education is wrong? This part is important. Unchecked facts can stop action. If the education is anti-preservation, it can create apathy when emotion is needed, which can stop people from doing something, anything. Unchecked facts can turn into an epidemic. If the education is anti-science, it can fuel fear, which could put millions at risk, and it has. Unchecked facts can turn into our worst nightmare. If the education is divisive, it can drive hate, which can lead to deadly consequences, and it has. The shallow nature in which we communicate on the internet has consequences we're only starting to notice. So how do we elevate the things that are true, that come from good intentions, that can make the future truly great? It's time for the internet to grow up. If we can empower information, we can protect the people. If we can elect people who will work hard to bring us together and improve our quality of life, then we can make this great nation even better. And that's why we're working hard to build this, and hope you'll support us when we launch. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.